Eric, come and speak very briefly.
Now to the church, led by Your Grace, Professor Kodia, to the rank and profile of our leadership, led by the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, the other leaders, fellow mourners, good afternoon. My name is Eric Gumbo, and I'm privileged to stand before you as a chair of a committee that sat to work with the family in delivering this day. Let me start by saying, on my own behalf, on behalf of my family, my mother in particular, my uncle is here, and the Gumbo family, Daktari, we continue to condole with you. Let me also add, and I said this previously, I have introduced myself in other gatherings as a firstborn son to Dr. Jory Odede. And I've said that proudly because when I joined the law school, Roseline Adhiambo took me up from as early as my second year. She handheld me into the profession, and using her guidance, her mentorship, and her support, I've been able to make what should have been a proud mentor too. So to that, Daktari, we remain grateful to Rosin. On a more social context, whenever Daktari had visitors, and this I'm sure is going to continue, including on various occasions when the Right Honorable would visit Daktari, I was always the one called upon to tend to the treated coffee and the treated sodas to that part of the gathering. So to that extent, I've learned a lot in the hands of Daktari, and I remain a proud son. To Clara and Diana, you are my younger sisters. We are together. We shall walk this together, and all will be well. Daktari, rest knowing that you have a son who will continue supporting you. We will stand by you in all this, and it will be well. Now, as you've been told, I worked with a committee. May I very briefly just request them wherever they are to just stand up so that the congregation can have recognition of the people we worked with. The committee members, kindly. Seeing Jotham. Yes, thank you very much. This really was made very easy by this committee. Everybody gave their best. Everybody put their best foot forward. And on account of that, we have been able to walk up to this moment. I have been asked to, in particular, thank every last one of us. I want to start by thanking the church for giving us the support, both moral and encouragement throughout the journey. I also want to thank you, Daktari, and to thank you, Diana, and to thank you, Clara, for giving us an opportunity to celebrate the life of our beloved mother. We should not take it for granted because families could decide that we shall have a private function. We can have families deciding that they'll do a cremation. They've opened their doors, they've opened their hearts, and we've had an opportunity to share in the life of Roseline Adhiambo. Now, as a committee, we got support, overwhelming support, from people from many different walks of life. We got support from the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. We got support from lawyers. We got support from the judiciary. We got support from friends. May I, on behalf of the family, thank you most sincerely because you've made all this very light. You've made it possible. To every mourner who's joined us this morning into this afternoon, allow me to thank you for taking time out of your what would have been your other engagements, to come and condole with the family, to come and sit with the other mourners, to celebrate the life of this gracious lady. We thank you on behalf of the family. To our service providers, you've made our stay here, our stay in Nairobi, both from the time when this unfortunate occurrence befell us up to now into the evening. You've made our stay as comfortable as we possibly would have wanted it to be. Thank you very much. To every other person, Jora Rieda, wadwoko erokamano, umio wa mor, uchung kodwa, uchung kod nyaru, uchung kod osiepu, uchung kodge in a way that has been befitting, that has been respectful, wadwoko erokamano. Kang watieko, nejo kanisa, we are truly grateful because you've been with us, you'll continue to be with us, and on behalf of the committee, we remain grateful. With those few remarks, I thank you all.
Erokamano, Eric, in the interest of time, we are not going to translate. First, because